Dear soul, take a slow breath and listen with your heart. The angels are surrounding you right now. They are gently touching your spirit so you can feel peace again after so many days of confusion. They have seen everything that has been happening behind the scenes. Every whisper, every cold glance, every heavy silence that has made you wonder why the energy around you suddenly changed. They know how deeply this has affected your heart, especially when you did not do anything wrong. What was once a calm place has now become filled with tension and misunderstanding. And it hurts because you can feel that people you once trusted are now unsure of you. The angels want you to know the truth behind it. They want to help you see that what is happening is not a punishment, but a redirection from heaven itself. Yes, something was said. The angels showed that someone close, likely his sister, finally spoke words she had been holding inside for a long time. Those words were not born from love or truth. They came from fear, jealousy, and her own emotional pain. When people carry wounds they refuse to heal, they sometimes project those wounds onto others. And you became the target. It wasn't fair, but it was never truly about you. She needed someone to release her inner struggle onto, and you were the easiest one to blame. Her words were sharp like glass, and though they sounded believable to some, they were filled with shadow energy, not light. Because of those words, others around you started to shift. You began to notice small changes, how people looked at you differently, how they hesitated before speaking, how the warmth in the room turned cold without explanation. It made you question yourself and wonder if you had done something wrong. But the angels say you did not. You simply became caught in the middle of someone else's unhealed pain. You have always tried to keep peace, to be kind, to maintain calm energy, even when others misunderstood you. But now the angels are saying clearly, do not shrink yourself to stay in the good graces of those who refuse to see your truth. You are not meant to stay small or silent just to make others comfortable. The situation you are in now may feel like rejection, but in reality, it is divine redirection. Heaven is removing illusions, showing you who truly stands by your side and who only pretended to. Painful as it feels, this is sacred cleansing. You are being guided away from false connections and into relationships that are pure, supportive, and real. When people turn away from you, it does not mean you are unworthy. It means you are being set free from environments that were not aligned with your growth. The angels see how heavy this feels. They have watched you sit in silence, feeling trapped inside invisible walls built by misunderstanding. The weight around you is not from your actions, but from other people's false stories. The energy of judgment and gossip creates invisible chains, but these chains are made of fear, not metal. You can release them the moment you stop believing the lies and remember your divine worth. The moment you stop seeking validation from those who no longer deserve access to your heart, the doors of your freedom will open. God wants you to see yourself as heaven sees you, innocent, radiant, and strong. You are not being punished. You are being purifying. You are being prepared for a higher season where your voice will be valued and your presence respected. You have always belonged to divine love, not to the opinions of people who cannot understand your heart. The truth is, you were never truly seen by them anyway. You were tolerated, not celebrated. That is why heaven is asking you not to chase after their approval anymore. This is a time to reclaim your peace. Your worth is not measured by who defends you or who believes gossip about you. Those meant for you will recognize your heart even when others twist your name. The one whose spirit is deeply connected to yours, the man who truly loves you, feels the truth inside his soul even when others try to convince him otherwise. His silence does not mean he believes the lies. It means he is processing what has happened, trying to make sense of what was said, and weighing his loyalty between family and love. He is not blind. Deep down, he knows your heart. Though he may appear quiet, his silence holds thought and emotion. He is not someone who reacts loudly. He is someone who thinks deeply. The angels say his spirit is wrestling with this situation, not out of anger toward you, but because he feels torn. His sister's words have planted seeds of confusion around him, but his soul knows they are not born from truth. That is why he has withdrawn, not to reject you, but to find clarity in the middle of the storm. The angels want you to trust that his heart is being guided. Heaven is working gently within him to open his eyes, to help him separate truth from illusion. He may not defend you loudly yet, but his spirit has not turned against you. Real love does not disappear in gossip. It survives the fire. True connection is not broken by whispers. It is tested and made stronger. You are being asked to trust in divine timing. Let him find his way while you continue walking in grace. This entire situation is not about destruction. It is about refinement. You are being asked to stay centered in love, to keep your energy pure, and to remember that truth always comes back like the tide. You do not need to explain yourself repeatedly. You do not need to beg to be understood. The angels say, stand still in your integrity. Speak only when guided by peace. Every untruth will eventually fall away because light always exposes shadow. You may be wishing for him to step forward, to speak your defense, to choose you boldly. But heaven says, allow space. This is his spiritual test too. He is learning what it means to protect something sacred even when it's under attack. You, dear one, are also learning how to trust love without fear. This is not just a challenge for your heart. It is an awakening for both of you. The angels are wrapping you in protection right now. They are surrounding your heart with calm, telling you that what looks like chaos is actually divine reorganization. The truth is being rearranged so that only what is real remains. Those who left were never your foundation. The ones who stay will be those who truly see your soul. The rest are simply stepping aside because their energy cannot follow you into the next chapter. Sometimes it takes betrayal to reveal where you were never truly safe. Sometimes heaven allows others to turn away so that you will finally turn toward your own strength. This is not abandonment. It is divine intervention. The angels want you to know that nothing is truly lost. Every ending is preparing the ground for a new beginning. You are walking out of a version of your life that has become too small for your growing soul. Do not fear what is falling apart. What seems like collapse is actually clearing. You are being guided into a new world, one that holds love without condition, peace without confusion, and joy without guilt. The old world could not contain that. It had to break. Yes, it hurts to watch familiar faces distance themselves. It hurts to feel misunderstood. But when everything falls away, the only thing left is truth. The angels whisper, you are not broken. You are expanding. You are not being excluded. You are being elevated. This period of silence, of misunderstanding, is teaching you to depend not on people, but on heaven. It is teaching you to see your worth without needing proof from anyone else. And in that independence, you are finding divine strength. Beloved soul, your path is not over. It is only beginning to unfold in a new way. The people who turned against you were part of a chapter that had to close so your next chapter could begin. Their opinions cannot rewrite God's plan for your life. You are still chosen. You are still seen. You are still loved beyond measure. The one who truly matters, the one your soul feels connected to, will come to see clearly in time. The confusion will pass. The truth will rise. He will realize who stood firm with grace while others threw shadows. He will remember your gentleness and the calm strength that never wavered. That memory will lead him back to understanding. And even if he takes time to process, the bond between your souls will not be destroyed by gossip or distance. In the meantime, hold your head high. Do not fight for a seat at tables where love is conditional. Do not beg for peace from those who thrive on drama. You are meant for sacred connections, not temporary acceptance. Bless those who misunderstand you. Release those who misjudge you. And keep walking forward in faith. The angels say that this is your spiritual graduation. You are leaving behind the old patterns of pleasing others, explaining yourself, and waiting for approval. You are stepping into maturity, authenticity, and self-respect. Every tear you have cried is watering the soil for new blessings to bloom. Every silence you have endured is building a foundation of strength that will carry you into your divine purpose. Heaven celebrates you, even when earth misunderstands you. The angels clap softly around your spirit because they know how much courage it takes to stay kind when others twist your truth. They admire how you kept your heart open when it would have been easier to grow cold. That is your power, your softness, your compassion, your refusal to become bitter. The storm around you is temporary. The lessons it brings are eternal. You are being refined into clarity and wisdom. You are learning to value yourself the way heaven values you, as a precious soul whose worth cannot be reduced by rumor or rejection. One day soon, you will look back and thank God for this moment. You will see that it was the turning point that freed you from unhealthy attachments and false loyalty. You will see that the pain you carried was not a curse, but a key that opened the door to a higher truth and pure love. So breathe, beloved. Breathe and let the tears fall if they need to. The angels are holding you. They are whispering, you are safe. You are seen. You are loved. Even if the world seems against you, heaven is for you, and that outweighs everything. Do not let fear tell you that you have lost. You are being moved toward victory, the quiet kind that comes from knowing who you are even when others forget. The angels are clearing your path. Every misunderstanding will eventually serve your growth. Every false word will turn into proof of your strength. Walk forward, not in anger, but in peace. Do not waste your light trying to convince others of your worth. Just live in truth and let your life speak louder than any gossip. The time will come when those who doubted you will see clearly, but by then, you may not even need their recognition, because you will be standing in the fullness of your divine peace. The angels end this message with love. They say, you are not alone. You are not broken. You are rising. The pain you feel is the doorway to transformation. Let go of what was. Forgive what hurt you, and step into what is meant. The world you are entering is brighter, freer, and more beautiful than anything you've known before. You are walking home to yourself, to truth, to love, to peace. Heaven is guiding your every step. The whispers of betrayal cannot silence the song of your purpose. The opinions of others cannot cage your spirit. You are meant for light. You are meant for joy. You are meant for love that honors your soul completely. So trust this journey, dear one. Trust that even in silence, God is working. Trust that the angels are fighting for you in unseen ways. Trust that what was spoken against you will eventually serve your favor. And trust that the love meant for you, the real, enduring, divine love, will always find its way back, untouched by shadow, unharmed by gossip, and unshaken by fear. You are rising. You are healing. You are becoming everything heaven always knew you could be. Dear child, the angels are wrapping their wings gently around you right now. They are holding you closer than you can even imagine because they know how much your heart is hurting. They see how heavy this moment feels. The sting of words, the silence that followed, and the way people who once looked at you with warmth now turn their faces away. They understand that what happened wasn't just about what was said. It was about everything that came after. The coldness, the distance, the quiet that replaced laughter, the sudden shift that made love feel like rejection and family feel like strangers. You have been trying to understand it all, trying to stay calm, trying to convince yourself that it doesn't matter. But deep inside, it does. It hurts because it was real. What his sister said may have sounded small to some, but to your spirit, it was a moment that changed everything. It was like a door quietly closing, separating you from people who once stood close. And now you are walking through the echoes of that silence, trying to understand how something that once felt so safe suddenly became so cold. The angels want you to know that you are not imagining this shift. It is not all in your mind. The rejection, the emotional distance, the sense of being left out, they are real, but they are also part of something higher than you can see right now. This is not punishment. It is revelation. Heaven is allowing the truth to unfold. The people who once surrounded you may have seemed supportive, but some of them only stood near when it was convenient. This moment, painful as it feels, is a divine cleansing. The ones who are truly for you will remain, and those who are not will fade away, not because you did something wrong, but because your energy no longer matches theirs. The angels are saying that this emotional winter is not to break you, but to guide you toward genuine warmth, the kind that doesn't disappear when things become uncomfortable. You are being moved from false belonging to true connection. You were never meant to spend your life convincing others of your worth. If someone has to be persuaded to value you, they were never meant to hold space in your heart. You are a child of divine light, and your presence is sacred. Your loneliness right now is not a curse. It is a doorway, a place where heaven draws near and whispers, "Let us show you who you really are." Even though you feel abandoned, you are not alone. Your angels are with you in every breath, reminding you that being misunderstood for standing in truth is not weakness, it is strength. This valley of rejection is a sacred classroom where the warmth of your inner light is being reborn. The angels say that those who have turned away are not rejecting you personally. They are reacting to the truth that shines through you. Your presence carries clarity, honesty, and depth. And for people who still hide from their own shadows, that can feel uncomfortable. You may be starving for companionship, but your soul is not poor. In fact, it is glowing brighter than ever because you have finally stopped begging for love that should have been freely given. This is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of a new chapter, one where you no longer shrink to fit in, but expand to live in truth. Yes, it hurts. Yes, it feels unfair. But this pain is shaping you into someone stronger, someone whose love will never again depend on others' acceptance. The love meant for you will never ask you to prove your worth. The family who truly belongs in your life, whether they are related by blood or by spirit, will never turn away because of someone else's words. They will see your heart. They will recognize your truth. They will stand beside you through both sunshine and storm. Right now, heaven is leading you out of this cold place and into something new, a new circle of love, a new sense of belonging, a new emotional home built on honesty instead of convenience. But before you rise, you must grieve. Let yourself feel the sadness, the confusion, the ache. The angels are not asking you to pretend you are okay. They are asking you to let them hold you while you heal. You are not weak for feeling deeply. You are awakening. You are shedding old layers of identity that were built on needing others to approve of you. You are outgrowing rooms where your presence was tolerated but never celebrated. This loneliness will not last forever, and this silence will not define you, but it will refine you. It will teach you to stand tall in your own worth and to carry that worth in every choice you make. It will remind you that even when others fail to see your light, heaven still sees it burning bright. The angels whisper that the events unfolding around you have moved quickly, perhaps too quickly for your heart to keep up. One conversation, one whisper, one misunderstanding has spread like wildfire, shifting how people act and how they look at you. What his sister said traveled fast, stirring confusion and fear. You feel as though you have been swept into a storm you didn't choose. But heaven says, what feels like chaos to you is order to them. What looks like destruction is actually divine motion and acceleration meant to clear away illusions and fast forward truth. You prayed for clarity. You asked to see who was truly for you and who only stood with you when it was easy. Now your prayers are being answered, even though the answers arrive in uncomfortable ways. This situation isn't meant to break you, it's meant to liberate you. Those who turned away were never pillars in your story. They were placeholders. What his sister's words did was simply expose what was already weak. So do not panic. Do not fight the current. You are not meant to stop this motion. You are meant to trust it. This is heaven carrying you out of places that lack integrity and into spaces of truth. Everything is speeding up because your soul is ready to move forward. You have spent too long shrinking to keep the peace. Now the universe is expanding you beyond that. The speed of this change is not a threat, it is your freedom. The angels know you feel like your voice is being drowned by assumptions, but you do not need to shout to be heard by heaven. Your calm presence speaks louder than any defense. The test now is not how others act, but how you respond. You can choose grace in the storm. You can stay rooted in peace while everything else shakes. This is teaching you how to be still inside even when the world outside is restless. You are not being left behind. You are being led forward quickly, purposefully, divinely. Some people may fall away, but the ones who remain after the storm will be the ones who are meant for you. Their love will be real. Their loyalty will not fade. This moment also reveals your hidden strength. You thought you needed their validation, but look, you are still standing. You are still breathing. You are growing stronger in the silence. The collapse was not failure. It was release. It was the removal of everything that could not go with you into your higher path. Do not fear the speed. Trust the divine timing. The truth that is rushing in will make sense soon. You may receive a message, a word of clarity, or even a soft apology. It may come from him, or it may rise from within you. Either way, it will bring peace. And when that moment comes, you will realize that what felt like rejection was actually redirection, a divine turning of the page toward your purpose. Your angels are not watching you suffer. They are guiding the wind, steering the storm, and carrying you to safety. They are preparing you for a life where you no longer have to question your worth or your place in anyone's heart. The people meant for you will ask for the truth instead of assuming it. They will listen instead of judge. They will stay instead of disappear. Heaven knows that your spirit has been pulled in many directions lately. You have asked questions in the dark, wondering who believed what, why hearts turned cold, and whether this was all your fault. The angels answer you now. This is not your fault. This is destiny. This is the divine stepping in to realign what had drifted off balance. What she said was not just gossip. It was the spark that revealed hidden truths. You have tolerated too much for too long, trying to keep the peace, biting your tongue, and dimming your light so others wouldn't feel uncomfortable. Heaven says that time is over. This is your awakening. This is the moment when masks fall and truth stands tall. This is the hour when heaven says, "You have done enough explaining. Now, simply be." The people reacting to you are not your responsibility. Their judgments are mirrors showing you their own limitations. You, dear one, have evolved beyond those limitations. That is why you feel so different. You are not who you were months ago. You have grown wiser, deeper, stronger. What once felt like loss is actually divine protection. Even he, the one whose silence has confused you, is being guided through his own awakening. The angels are working within his heart, stirring truth, helping him to see what is real. He is being called to make a choice between fear and love, between illusion and honesty. You cannot make this choice for him. You can only stay rooted in your own clarity while he finds his way. Do not let this moment reduce you. Let it refine you. You are not here to live in misunderstanding forever. You are here to be seen clearly, to be known deeply, to be loved honestly. The people who leave now are not your loss. They are heaven's protection. The angels are preparing a life for you where only truth can enter, where love does not ask you to shrink, and where peace is not conditional. So stand tall, beloved. Let judgment pass by like wind through trees. You do not need to defend what heaven has already confirmed. You are not being buried. You are being revealed. The storm is not your ending. It is your unveiling. When all settles, you will see that this was never about who left. It was about who you were becoming. The angels see how fragile your heart feels, as though every word cuts deeper than it should. Every silence feels heavier, every glance more distant. But you are not broken. You are awakening. One voice planted doubt, but heaven is planting truth. This pain is not blocking your future. It is birthing it. From this heartbreak, something sacred is being born. The soil of your suffering is becoming the ground for your new beginning. You are being guided inward, away from noise and back to your own center. For too long, you have poured energy into being understood by people who were never meant to comprehend your depth. Now, heaven is teaching you to build something for yourself, not for approval, but for truth. What you build in this season will not start with applause. It will begin quietly, like a seed in the dark. It will grow slowly, but it will be strong and lasting. Heaven is placing an opportunity in your hands right now, a chance to begin again. Use this moment not to change others' minds, but to shape your own destiny. The lesson here is clarity. The gift is wisdom. You now know who stands with you out of love and who was only there for comfort. That awareness is priceless. It means you have grown. You have graduated from needing others' validation. You can now stand alone in your truth, not as a victim, but as a creator. This season is preparing you for the life you once prayed for, a life of peace, stability, and authentic love. It begins here, in this quiet place, where you choose to rise instead of react. The angels remind you that you do not need everyone's approval to move forward. You only need to honor your next step. Maybe it's a small dream, a project, or a vision your soul has been whispering about. Start it, plant it, believe in it. It may look small now, but heaven sees what it will become. Protect your peace. Guard your heart. Do not let others' doubts choke your growth. Let them talk. Let them go. You are not responsible for rewriting their stories about you. You are responsible for writing your own, one filled with healing, purpose, and faith. When your quiet growth finally blooms in the open, those who turned away will remember your light, not the rumors. This is not about revenge or being proven right. It is about rising quietly in grace. Do not underestimate small beginnings. Every great blessing starts as a seed. The pain you feel now will become the foundation of your peace. This peace will be lasting, unshakable, and deeply rooted in self-worth. The angels are calling you to recommit to yourself, your healing, your values, your future. You may feel like you're starting over, but this new beginning is blessed and protected. Before you reopen any old doors, ask your soul, does this connection align with who I am becoming, or only with who I used to be? You owe no one your peace if they did not help protect it. Forgive freely, but do not return to what forced you to shrink. You are entering a season of expansion, and not everyone can come along. That is not cruelty, it is wisdom. Move slowly, but move forward. Every quiet decision to honor your peace becomes a building block of a steady life. Sometimes progress looks like walking away from arguments that drain you. Sometimes it looks like choosing rest over reaction. Sometimes it looks like showing kindness to yourself in the middle of confusion. Each gentle choice shapes a stronger, wiser, freer you. You are not just surviving this chapter, you are transforming. You are building a new life from sacred soil. And when your light shines again, it will not be to prove anything. It will be because that is what light does, it shines. Those who judged you will see your peace and understand too late that heaven was with you all along. The greatest victory will not be in being proven right. It will be in realizing that you no longer need anyone else to believe in you because you finally believe in yourself. Heaven believes in you too. You are being guided toward miracles that are already unfolding quietly but powerfully beneath your feet. So breathe, dear one. Keep walking. Keep trusting. You were never meant to stay small. You were never meant to live in the shadow of others' voices. You were meant to rise, to build, to bless, and to shine. The angels are beside you, carrying your tears as seeds. And soon, those seeds will bloom into a garden of grace that nothing and no one can take away. Amen.